Alright everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z. Welcome back to another WarCraft 3 cast. We got this time around ToD versus SyDe, and this time it's going to be on last Refuge. On the top right we got ToD spawning in as the blue human player. On the bottom left we got SyDe spawning in as the red undead player. And opening up with Crypt first, of course. This is the best out of 5 series. We've already been over 3 games, and I don't actually remember the score. It's probably one of them probably have 2, one of them probably have 1, and we have been seeing SyDe using the newly buffed Crypt Lord, which is very useful. We're gonna see some use of the Crypt Lord in this game as well, from what I can understand. Let's see how this comes out to be. Altar is going to be ready, Archmage coming in for ToD, and ToD having a big opening up here. He's probably going to use that later on for some defensive locations and stuff. On the other side we got Crypt Lord coming in, exactly what I was expecting. When you go for Crypt Lord, you can use the strategy that is used by basically when you go for solo Dreadlord or you go for early Lich. With mass ghouls, that is. Yeah, the main strategy is with mass ghouls. So this time around the acolytes killing 2 sheeps instead of 1 because of the initial 2 things that you're gonna get as soon as you get the Crypt Lord is Rod of Necromancy from the shop and your Carrion Beetles, which you can spawn 2 of them. So here you have 4 warriors at your disposal, which is pretty amazing, by the way. So ToD setting out his scout footman, which already bumped with the acolyte there. It's gonna go towards the expansion location, probably. Gonna see the dead sheeps in the area though. Setting out some scout farms on the outside of the base. Gonna go in for some militia creeping at this green camp. Here comes SyDe with a bunch of ghouls. That's gonna chase off that lone footman. Of course the beetles, you gotta use the beetles now. And Rod of Necromancy over here probably. SyDe sold off his TP, bought himself Sacrificial Skull and Rod of Necromancy, of course. Not using the Rod of Necromancy just yet. He forgot this. He either forgot about that corpse or yeah, pressure can get to you. Even if it's just 1 footman, the annoyance can get to you. And that one annoyance acolyte just got killed by ToD. ToD's gonna go in for some creeping at this green camp. ToD's gonna rely on green camp, it appears. Not gonna go in for the heavy camps. I believe he wants the lumber. You need 210 lumber before you can go tier 2, and he does have enough though. He can go in for some militia creeping. And of course, it appears to me that ToD will go in for the expansion immediately as well. Whenever you're against the enemy that's probably gonna expand, which SyDe has already indicated by many ways that he is going to expand. ToD already saw that using that footman. ToD gonna be super annoying with that footman while he tries to expand, and SyDe's gonna do the same thing on ToD's side with the beetle, but the beetle of course will die earlier. Footman not really doing much over there, just kind of standing between both of the armies. Gonna be annoying on the acolytes. No, you don't want to go there. It's gonna get trapped, sadly. Microing on 2 locations isn't really something what a player can do. So ToD ending up losing that footman over there. That does give him enough information and timing on the expansion, and it's like literally the same time actually. Both of the expansions are going off on the same time. Of course ToD, being a human player, he can power build his main building, the town hall, for the expansion. That's gonna get him the expansion earlier. Skeleton warrior coming in for some annoyance, immediately being picked off by ToD. ToD getting the Archmage to level 3, and now he seems to be wanting to push in. Gonna need a bit more mana before he can spawn those level 2 elementals. Okay, he already has 1 there at the back. He already spawned 1 of them, it appears. He's gonna spawn the second one as soon as he reaches the enemy base. This is something that you can do, by the way, when you have a lot of mana. Well, even if you don't, you just do it, I guess, because you're gonna regenerate the mana as well. When you're going in for SL, just spawn your elemental first, and then just charge in. He's trying to attack that haunted gold mine, and he is successful in cancelling it or destroying it. Either one of them has happened, and that will delay SyDe's expansion. But at what cost? He lost one of the footmen, and oh no, ToD's doing a really... He's doing a really bad job of sending those two weak footmen inside. He shouldn't just send them back to the base. It is nighttime. He could have sent them to the fountain as well. Wait a second. This is last Refuge. There is no fountain. a bit confused with the concealed hill looking at the locations. So ToD going to try and delay this expansion, and he's gonna dive in. He's gonna dive in with all the footmen and all the elementals and everything. He's gonna cancel it for the second time. Expansion delayed and tech delayed. So I guess ToD is actually, despite of losing like 5 footmen over here, and he's still reinforcing the footmen, by the way, and ToD is going tier 2 now. ToD's tier 2 will be faster. ToD, the expansion is already crept out, and he's already getting gold out of it. So now he's going to be forced to use the TP. And what do we have here? Elemental may kill one acolyte before dying. And are the footmen and elemental actually going to kill this expo? No, they're not going to be able to. They don't have enough firepower. If the elemental survived, perhaps that would have been a possibility, but that's not the case right now. Alright, so SyDe finally managing to push ToD away. And now SyDe will be able to go for some creeping of his own. But it appears to me that SyDe doesn't want creeping. He's gonna go in and attack ToD's base. And I believe this is a good strategy. You have a level 4 Crypt Lord. It's pretty durable, pretty strong. Level 2 Impale, level 2 Beetles. You can actually take out a good number of peasants over there. And you can actually get back what you lost. You lost time. So you're gonna make your enemy lose time as well. This is a good strategy by SyDe over here. He's putting his army deep inside the human player's base. He can't go in himself with the Crypt Lord, but he can impale, and that positioning was perfect for SyDe. The positioning on those workers, the peasants and the footmen over there was perfect for SyDe for that impale. That impale did so much damage, and ToD losing so many units right now. SyDe forcing away the Archmage as well. This looks really bad for ToD. ToD's main is heavily attacked over here. Something leveled up. I heard something level up. Archmage is still level 3 though. And okay, SyDe was also attacking the expansion of ToD. He didn't just want the main, he wanted the expansion too. That's some multitasking going on. ToD going to the expansion, trying to defend it with everything he's got. And SyDe, wow, SyDe has actually done a really good job. Basically murdering everything inside ToD's main base. ToD has no units left inside his main base. A few militiamen here and there, but they're currently trying to run, and they're running back. They're gonna get picked off by these beetles rather easily. The beetles are stronger than the militiamen. These beetles are stronger than footmen. 490 HP, 22 to 27 damage. That's stronger than your average footman. So these beetles now, they don't time out. That's the best part about them. They can burrow down. That's another good thing about them. And they move faster than footmen. So he's gonna leave the Crypt Lord to attack the Archmage, and the Archmage is gonna try and run. And look at that damage with the beetles, man. The beetles are gonna take out the keep. I don't believe this. SyDe is going to use beetles to take out ToD's main building. This is unbelievable. 6 beetles over there. 1 beetle getting taken out, of course, and the beetles can work the same way the spirit wolves work, by the way. You can resummon them, and there we go. SyDe successfully managed to take out ToD's main building with a bunch of beetles. Now let that sink into you. An Undead player took out the keep, the main human building, using a bunch of beetles. Of course, they were level 3 beetles, but they were nonetheless beetles, and they took it out really fast. Like, that was not a really delayed, that was not like super delayed. Any other 6 unit combination would have taken just as much as time, and like over here I would say ToD got a big advantage while attacking SyDe's base, but he lost so many footmen over there that kind of gave away levels to SyDe. That gave SyDe a level 4 Crypt Lord back then. Now the Crypt Lord is level 5.5. ToD getting the Mountain King. Okay, the Mountain King be of great assistance right now. But the question now is that what does ToD do? ToD is currently functioning off of only 1 gold mine. SyDe has 2. in the long run, SyDe is gonna get ahead. SyDe has like 1k gold right now. He can immediately start spawning the heavy stuff that he wants to, but he's gonna go for ghouls for the time being. It appears ghouls can do the ghouls can seal the deal actually. If you go in for a second hero, he's gonna go for Death Knight. Death Knight is perhaps it's probably the best choice, I guess, but my strategy, my opinion over here was going in for the Dreadlord and using mass ghouls, vampiric aura, and just eat up anything, anything and everything with that stuff. ToD really mighty wants a sentry, magic sentry upgrade on the arcane sanctums. He probably doesn't have the arcane sanctum. Oh wow, this is bad for ToD actually. If ToD actually set up an arcane sanctum at his expansion while his base was being ransacked, he would have still been able to train priests and sorceresses, and that would have been useful in this fight. Up against ghouls, I guess you can use sorceresses as well. You can add some sorcerers to the fight and they can be pretty useful in that kind of a situation as well. They can slow down the attack, they can slow them down in general, and then the Mountain King can thunderclap them away. Of course, the meta for human currently is riflemen and priests. ToD has the part of the meta, but he doesn't have the full thing. ToD is still not giving up. He's gonna try to kill as many beetles over here as possible, man. He used a Stormbolt to kill one of them. And considering the fact that he wasted 75 mana on a beetle, that's some... you can actually... I mean, that kind of tells you what the beetles are worth. So now SyDe diving deep inside the expansion for ToD and looking at how fast they took out the main building, the keep. I want to know how fast they can take out an arcade tower or a guard tower. Like, they can actually take it out real fast. And oh, nice ToD tried to get a throw out. He got it, forcing the TP on SyDe's Crypt Lord. Death Knight is still at level 1, but you can see a lot of experience here. SyDe did manage to kill a lot of units even after the Death Knight came out. I don't think he has crept a bit any. I don't think he has crept at all with the Death Knight. He only just brought it into the fight and he was just fighting with it. ToD trying to get that Mountain King to level 3. Level 3 Mountain King will be also necessary over here. Now ToD's gonna know what SyDe is producing, and SyDe is currently going in for the same strategy that he went for the other 2 games we cast. SyDe is going for Necro Wagon. It's potent, it's amazing, and in this situation it'll work because ToD doesn't have AoE first thing. I mean, the only AoE that he currently has is Thunderclap, and second thing, ToD does not have priests with Dispel. So without priests with Dispel, he's going to fall flat on his face. He's gonna be done with like really badly. So gotta be careful with that. 51 food of an 50 or food count on the SyDe, so SyDe has broken up. Keep going 60. Going for the Skeleton Mastery upgrade on the Skeleton Warriors. Of course, this is an upgrade that you got from the Frozen Throne patch. Well, Frozen Throne expansion. There we go. Dust of Appearance, I guess. No. That. What was that? ToD's gonna try and set up his main again, so he can start mining off of it. Now this is a pretty difficult situation. Like, you wanna, there are like, you really wanna think on what you wanna do. Currently ToD is food blocked, by the way. ToD needs to set up some farms. He can set up some farms at the expansion. In a situation like this, like, game's not over for you yet. But now the thing is, you gotta plan out your comeback strategy really well. If you don't do that, it's gonna be over for you. So ToD choosing to put up the main up again, and by the way, the gold that he was using to put his main back up could have been used to upgrade his expansion building. And by the way, after upgrading your expansion building, they can also call for militiamen, which would make the expansion more durable. I don't know why pros don't do this. Personally, I find it as a really good strategy. Instead of upgrading your main, whenever you go for an expansion as human or basically as any other player, whenever you go for an early expansion, now I'm talking about the early expansion, the one that you go at tier 1 without going tier 2. And oh, SyDe getting a lich as well, so This is gonna be a pretty standard undead army with a plus level 5 Crypt, so Crypt Lord, which is pretty devastating. Some nice micro game of going on over here by ToD. Of course, the beetles can't burrow down, and SyDe knows that an expansion is. That's not an expansion. Basically, ToD is rebuilding his main. SyDe's Crypt Lord is almost level 6, and he's creeping with the Crypt Lord. No, he's gotta keep it away. The problem over here is that it sucks the experience, and it doesn't gain experience, and that also reduces the amount of experience that the Lich and the Death Knight gain. So that's something that you want to consider. The beetles managed to take out the peasants, it appears, and yeah, 2 more are coming from that side. Here comes the rest of the army though. He needs to use dust or something. Level 5 on that Archmage. Will this be the opening that ToD needs? Level 5 Archmage, level 3 Elementals. Those can be devastating. Oh man. Look at the army for SyDe. SyDe currently sitting in an army of 78. That's Mass Ghouls, Necromancers, Meat Wagon, Necrowagon strategy with Unholy Frenzy. And he's gonna Unholy Frenzy. He's gonna use Unholy Frenzy on the Lich. Probably on the other heroes as well. That can be useful. ToD is like so far away. He does have a TP. He needs to return back to the base. So yeah, I was talking about something earlier. I can bring that up again. If you make your expansion tier 2, if you make this town hall into a keep, the keep can basically turn these militia peasants into militiamen as well. So that's more beneficial in my opinion, to have 2 bases that can turn your peasants into militiamen. Although players don't do that, and there we go, ToD left. That's a lot of damage. There was no way that ToD could have come back from this, so there you have it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful game. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you liked what I have done, then do subscribe on my YouTube channel for more. I stream at 15:30 to 15:30 nearly every single day. Like, I stream during this time during every single day, and it's a new WarCraft cast every single day, and later on these get uploaded into my YouTube channel as well. So thank you for joining me today. It appears that I'm gonna go in for some Dawn of War 2, and okay, it appears that GB's here. Am I in the chat? Yeah, I'm already in the chat. If you hear me, GB, you can VC up. I mean, I have like 30 minutes left until the Dawn of War 2 tournament, so until then I'm available for a game. Oh, there we go, I didn't end the recording. Thank you for watching, guys, for the guys in the video.